Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where today we're taking on the mission of Rise of the Heavy Cruiser. I'm building a heavy cruiser for a total budget of 65 million, and I'm taking down make that 3 heavy cruisers of 2 different classes, and 2 destroyers. Time limit, 2 hours. You got a couple of different upgrades, gun and fire control, survivability and maneuverability or torpedo power, medium guns and speed. Now this is such an interesting combination that I'm going to go for this one. It's going to give me 14,000 meters torpedo range and 46 knots torpedo speed, but more importantly 80% torpedo accuracy. I am going to build a torpedo boat. Well, a torpedo cruiser, I suppose, would be more accurate. At this rate I'm going to build 14, which is quite a few, to put it mildly. Range, not important. Bulkheads, many. Steam engine. Oh, I can go all the way up to diesel. Is that worth it? Less engine damage chance from penetrating hits. I think this could be worth it. Coal. No, we're going to go for oil. Forced boilers. Auxiliary diesel engine. Do I want this? Do I need to be turning around? Actually, yes, I do need to be turning around. If I'm going to be bringing torpedoes on either side of the ship, I will need to be able to fire those on either side of the ship. Because whereas with a destroyer... Oh, actually, never mind. I can put these on the sides like this. But I can also just put them amidships. And this way they can target either way. I hope that they're going to be given a very serious shove out of the torpedo tube. Otherwise, I imagine they might be flopping around on the deck. Which would make for interesting results, but probably not exactly what I want. Now, I want to go for an approach where I have torpedo tubes in the stern and just a main armament on the bow. So a sort of mixed armament, if you will. Go for Barbette 1. I hope not to get into torpedo range. And I have found that torpedo protection 1 makes your ship quite a bit more expensive. I just have to see how I can get along. Torpedo flooding, Citadel. Oh, Citadels are always very important, but also very expensive. Let's go for Citadel 5, all or nothing armor scheme. It is especially useful against plunging fire, though, which is what I rather hope not to receive. Extra layer of sloped armor behind the main armor belt and above the Citadel. Deflect shells that penetrate the hull. Let's go for Turtleback instead. I'm going to go for reinforced bulkheads to make sure that the chance of fire is less and fire extinguishing is going to be faster. Somebody was asking, can you do light shells? Well, sure. I don't usually use these, but I guess we can. It's going to make sure that the guns reload a little faster. The shell weight is a whole lot less. You can get more shell muzzle velocity, and your ammo detonation chance is less, which is quite nice. Alright, what sort of main tower can I get? A modern one. Let's put that over there, and a secondary tower. You can reverse these, as I've learned. And then throw in some funnels. A big funnel doesn't fit, but an advanced funnel does. Okay, armament. What do we have? We can go up to 11-inch guns. No, I'm going to try 8-inch. 16.1 kilometer range. Rate of fire, not great, but I can still upgrade that by going to semi-auto loaders. And let's go for advanced hydraulics. So 8-inch turrets. One here, one there. Reload time, 16.4 seconds. Now, I'm firing 8-inch light shells. I think I might benefit to go with something that starts fires. Because anything else is probably not going to be doing a whole lot. Let's go for Lyddite 2. I just generally don't use any of the others. I go for Lyddite 2 or High TNT. There's no real other way or other interesting shell type that I've found. I mean, sure enough, you got the Cordite 2. They give you a bit more shell damage chance, or shell damage, and HE fire chance. Flat TNT or high TNT. White powder, more gun range, more penetration, more shell damage, more shell weight. Increases muzzle velocity again, though. Does the game show you that? Yeah, muzzle velocity is 1,056 meters per second. That is fast. This is going to put it at 1105 if I go for high TNT. If I go for... what was it? 2 powder? No, that's going to reduce muzzle velocity. White powder. 1179. Hot damn. Let's try these. Why not? Why not? It might actually make the enemy easier to hit, because your shells don't take as long to travel to their destinations. Now, as you can see, I have quite a bit of forward weight. I want to set up 1 turret on the stern, and then torpedo launchers. Speaking of torpedoes, I will go with the... Oh, I can even go with the oxygen-fueled torpedoes. These have 50% more range. Hold up. So I'm getting a range of 21 kilometers? Because that would be very, very good. Unfortunately, these things don't weigh a lot, to put it mildly. I still have a forward weight offset of 31%. I guess we're going to have to shift the whole structure a bit further to the rear. That was an advanced funnel in there. Main tower, centerline guns, 8-inch guns, triple barrel. Then set up the secondary tower. Doesn't fit. Okay, cancel that. We're gonna have to move forward just a bit. Now, it's always optimistic to put life rafts on these ships. Like, we're gonna need life rafts. We're gonna come out victorious. What are you... Actually, that's not optimistic. That's what we call pessimistic. Why are they still thinking that I need these things? I find this lack of confidence to be uninspiring. 4 weight offset is still quite high. This might still be able to get compensated by the torpedo tubes. There we go. Aft weight 3.4. Where else can I put torpedo tubes? I can put them on the sides. This is normally where you would fit secondary guns, I think. Well, there are destroyers. Actually, let's put the 5 inches up here, if I can. Not exactly. Can I put a 4-inch triple? Yeah, that fits. Then I can put the torpedo tubes closer to the water level. Here and there. So now I have oxygen-fueled torpedoes, which have a range of 21 kilometers. You can go for 24-inch? 22,328 damage, if it hits. Sweet Jesus. Okay. What's my rate of fire, though? 0.08. If I go for small, that does not speed up reload. Well, in that case, we might as well go big or go home. Let's add another funnel. Aft weight offset still 8.5%. Can I put those things slightly further forward? Not really, but I can shift my bow turret a little further forward. 2.7, 0.6, 1, 0.2, there. Okay, of my displacement, I still have about 2,000 tons left, and, well, at this rate, I would say 5,000 in cash, give or take a few. So it's time to tack on some more armor. I don't expect to be fighting at close range. That is anything greater than, or anything less than about 12. Which I think means that belt armor is going to be more important than deck armor. Let's try 8 inches of deck armor. Sorry, belt armor. 6 inches of belt extended. Let's go for 10 inches on the turrets. I'll take 12 inches on the conning tower because this thing keeps getting knocked out. 8 inches on the secondaries. 8 inches on the turret top armor. Oh, rangefinders. Yeah, no, that's a bit of an afterthought. This. Okay, do I need to upgrade anything else? How many rounds do I carry? 450 rounds? Between 2 cruisers that I will build. Okay. That should be reasonable. I have a 110% armor quality boost. Deck extended. 4-inch deck extended. 4-inch deck armor. And now she's overweight. 3. Nope. 2. That's not a lot of deck armor. If the enemy does consider punching through that deck, what's going to happen? They might bounce off of the turtle back. Hopefully. Uh-oh, that's too expensive, but that's a big if. Can I go for 3? Yep. Can I go for 4? Yep. Still fits. I am running very close to my budget, though, at this point. Where else would I like more armor? Can I go for 4.5? 5 even? Yeah. And there we are. That's the limit. Okay. This is how she's going to be operating. 8-inch belt armor, 6-inch belt extended, 5-inch deck armor, 4-inch deck extended, 12-inch on the conning tower, 10-inch on the turret, 8-inch on the turret top, and 8-inch on the secondaries. So we got one 5-inch secondary, a 4-inch secondary triple. We got a load of torpedoes. And we got these 8-inch firing light shells with white powder explosives. I have no idea whether this is going to work. So let's try it. Send it into battle and see how well the ship performs. Well, ships, actually, not just ship. We're fighting off 3 Russian heavy cruisers and 2 Russian destroyers. Okay, can we... Yeah, we can really see them. And they're at a range of 14 kilometers. Alright, cruisers, be advised. Make a turn. Where is my 50% additional range? Out of curiosity. We got the Charlotte and the Scranton. Let's see. Do these guys know where I am? Because I'm seeing some inbound shells from my ships. But I am, as of right now, not seeing outbound shells from their ships. Nor am I seeing turret rotations. So they don't know where I am. That's good news. That means that possibly at this range we can stay undetected for a while and just keep firing. Let's set the torpedoes to aggressive. Torpedoes away. Torpedoes aggressive. Torpedoes from the Scranton are also away. Look at that. At the time that they actually get towards the target, these are going to be very big spreads. And we might also be detected at that point. At least I would be rather surprised if we weren't detected. So that means that this ship is going to start to maneuver. She's already making a bit of a starboard turn. Shells are currently flying over. Accuracy 1.5%. I'm not surprised. So what does this thing have? I'd say it looks more like a battleship than a cruiser. Uh-oh. Turrets are turning. She spotted the Scranton. That means that it is time to start moving away. These things can kite for quite a bit. And I need to be kiting it into the range of the torpedoes. Or rather, into the direction of the torpedoes. So I need to be kiting it more or less in this direction. So it keeps the direction of travel and hopefully will meet one of those 24-inch torpedoes at some point in the future. Now this is 1. Where are your brethren? Or sister ships? Because apparently there is a sister right back here. Uh-oh. Scranton already got its engine knocked out. Let's see, these are in fairly close formation. And there's the third. I liked it better when I was still kiting away and not in contact with these ships. Range? 13.5. Uh-oh, Scranton's flooding. Oh, buddy, are you already going down? Get that damage in control. Torpedoes? There. Oh, they're still going to take a while. Come on, keep kiting away, Scranton. The wall of skill, as they say, is approaching. I think it's going to completely bypass this warship, though. This guy is going to be way ahead by the time that those torpedoes get there. Now, Charlotte so far is doing fine, but the Scranton, not so much. Let's try kiting them back. So making a port turn. Sorry, starboard. Keep getting that wrong. Make a starboard turn. Avoid fire. Oh shit, we lost the main tower. A main gun, even. Yeah, they took out our A turret. Despite all that armor, what the hell are you packing? What sort of gun do you have? No, he's getting out of the way. Here come the torpedoes. I said the second ship might be here and the third ship might be there. But those destroyers could very well be shielding them. In the sense that they have hydro and they will detect the torpedoes. So at the very least, I'm keeping them at bay. But unfortunately, that might... Yep, we got... Oh! I clicked away a little too soon. I hit something. And I sunk something. I'm not even sure if I hit and sunk the same class. Right. So 24-inch torpedoes hurt. Lesson learned. That is first blood right there. Okay. Now I need to wait until they get detected again. Here. Heavy cruiser hits something mid-belt. 566 torpedo damage. I hit the bow belt extended. If this is the mid-belt, this could be the same ship. And then the stern belt extended. I'm not sure if that's the same ship, but I damaged engines 1, 2, and 3. Seemingly on what could be one ship. I'm guessing that I sunk a cruiser. Because a destroyer would probably get blown up in one hit. So that's arguably a third of their most important firepower gone. Look at that. I did nothing with the guns. 4 torpedo hits, 3,500 damage. Now we're talking. Torpedoes are almost reloaded. The Charlotte itself is fine, but the Scranton... not so much. Not so much. Lost a turret. Yeah, the turret is in an extreme state of disrepair. Poor thing. Also, the ship seems to be a little low in the water. The deck is awash. Ah, contact. What do we have? Okay, so you avoided everything. Range 13. I'm charging into the battle cruisers / heavy cruisers. Let's not focus on the damage output for a sec. Just keep these guys maneuvering. Let's slow down a little bit. Full speed. That should also aid with the turn. There's the other ship. Yeah, these have taken some damage. But it seems that their third party, who also opened up at the same time as these other cruisers, it's no longer there. Alright, let's get the Charlotte broadside. There's the destroyer. Or a destroyer. Let's get the Charlotte broadside. And try to get torpedoes away. But who do I want to get torpedoes on? This guy, potentially. He's going to be traveling this way. My torpedoes are going to be traveling that way. So ideally, I would get a launch. And then I would turn around and try to get the other torpedo tubes on target. Torpedoes away from the Charlotte. Alright, I need you to turn. Fairly aggressively so. So that Scranton can also get its torpedoes away insofar as it still has them. Your target. Scranton. I could go for the torpedoes on the destroyer, but... Oh, never mind. I think it went for the destroyer. Because it didn't click in time. Alright, now I need you to hold off on the torpedo launch. Because we're going to be passing behind the Scranton. And hopefully not torpedoing the Scranton. Because I have, at some point, torpedoed my own ships. It's not a pretty sight. Let's put it that way. It's not something I'm proud of. Alright. Port torpedo launchers. Looking at the target. Hopefully sending soon. Because the Charlotte also has taken a hit. Yeah, these guys are never gonna fall for that. Unless this guy seems to be turning port and maintains that turn. In which case, if he gets really unlucky, he could hit a torpedo. But otherwise, I don't see it happening. Scranton, commence your turn. Aggressive torpedo launch. And let's have both the Scranton and the Charlotte back off. Charlotte just launched its port torpedoes. Okay, I should keep them on their toes. These are going to miss. These are going to miss. Maybe I need to go for smaller cruisers. Stuff that doesn't get detected as easily. Maybe that would help. And the Scranton has also launched. At the destroyer, of all things. Should have told it to go for the cruiser. Ceasefire on the torpedoes. Let's kite them this way. Oh, we're not the only ones using torpedoes. This looks actually fairly dangerous to one of these destroyers. This one, actually. Because the other one seems to know exactly what's going on and is avoiding. And the other one... Yeah, the other one's not sticking around either. So at least I'm keeping the destroyers away by using a screen of torpedoes. Oh, he narrowly danced out of the way from that one. Ooh, those torpedoes actually got quite close to the Durbant over there. That was quite good. How about this cruiser? No, that's not anywhere near the torpedoes. I'm going to set the guns to HE. I guess I'm not really starting fires anytime soon. The destroyer is approaching 7.7 kilometer range. If I can split these guys up, that would help. Because I can keep the cruisers at long range using the torpedoes. I can let the destroyer close in. When it's close enough, I'll sink the destroyer. Using both main and secondary guns. And then I don't have to worry as much about incoming torpedoes from these DDs. Speaking of, that's going to help. He torped. He torped. Turn, 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 turn. I just saw the indicator go to full reload. Unfortunately, they're hiding in their smoke screens again, which is going to make it very difficult to hit them. Shell count's good, so I don't have to worry about that. Hold up, Charlotte. Don't torp yet. Okay, a bit more damage on the destroyer. There we go, that's one destroyer dead. Here come the torpedoes. Scranton avoids. Charlotte and Scranton, keep going. Your priority target is the destroyer. Torpedoes in the water. Slow. Scranton, disengage from the division. Turn directly into the torpedoes. Charlotte, maintain course. I hope the Scranton can make this turn. It does have a damaged engine, but otherwise it's still operational. Nope, not that much. This is a triple grouping as well. 3 torpedoes. That could have finished the Scranton. This one has not launched in a while. Rejoin the cruiser formation. Come on, we need this destroyer dead. Sooner rather than later, hopefully. Although he does not seem to be too happy about attacking at this stage. He's keeping his range. Range to the cruisers, 11.9. And so far, their accuracy leaves a lot to be desired. Torpedo destroyed. Main tower damaged. Fire set. Let's keep the Charlotte maneuvering to make her harder to hit. Unfortunately, Scranton... Actually, let's just detach. Scranton's too slow. Torpedoes detected. Singular, actually. Torpedo detected. Just the one. The destroyer seems very eager on just getting close. Which is risky for the DD. Let's get the secondaries going. He did send a torpedo. If he sent the torpedo that way, we're going to slow down and turn the other way. Because he's probably going for the Charlotte, since it's the closest ship. So I'm thinking that torpedo might be just on this course. Which means that the Scranton might get impacted by it. So let's also have the Scranton maneuver out of the way. There's the torpedo, as expected. I might be out-turning my turrets again. Come on, get the destroyer. Accuracy 1.7%. Range 3 clicks. Get it! The cruiser's actually getting a little closer now. And yes, I did see that ammo detonation. Charlotte's torpedo's not quite reloaded. I was hoping to torp the heavy cruiser there. And this one seems to be a little further away. Anyway, we can finally see what they have. They got 11-inch guns, 5-inch secondary, 2-inch, what I think might be casemate guns, and torpedo tubes. Speed up again. Yeah, he just torped. He just sent his torpedoes out. I can see that by this indicator. The reload indicator. Come on, get rid of it once and for all, because now it's quite vulnerable. There's a... Yeah, that's a volley. That's 4 of them by the looks of it. Charlotte. Steady course. Scranton. Increase to full. Oh, she's going down. Mekislav. Listing very heavily to starboard. Torpedo destroyed. I still don't know if that means I destroyed a launcher or like the ammunition on the torpedo tube. There you go. And now we turned a 5v5 into a 2v2. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy at this point. How do I want to play this? I want both ships to go for the Derbent. My chance to pen this ship are probably exceedingly low. Actually, not that bad. 48%. 50. Go for AP. The Charlotte is taking quite a beating. But seriously, how is this a heavy cruiser and not a light battleship? 10-inch guns. The other one was even worse with 11-inch. And torpedoes. I guess we're going to have to rely on the torpedoes from the Charlotte for this one. Which are still not reloaded. Ah, shit. That's going to be a problem. Range, 5 kilometers. 18% accuracy on her guns. 16 on mine. Chance to pen, fairly good. 54. I hope that they bounce off of my armor at the moment. But exactly how long that's going to persist is very, very questionable. Scranton, where are you at? Scranton is still following. Speed of actually 19 knots is what you can do. Flooding. Good. Slow that thing right down. Charlotte. Come right. Prepare port torpedo tubes. Torpedoes away. Charlotte. Maximum rudder left. New target. We do have torpedoes on the other side as well. And let's use them. This guy no longer has the hydro from its destroyers to shield for it. So hopefully it's just going to be oblivious to the torpedoes and sail happily directly into the path of them. And right now I'm not seeing any course change, any speed change, nothing like that. I am running a little low on the amount of torpedoes, and the Charlotte's taking a beating. Come on, get those... Oh shit, I lost a torpedo tube. Starboard launchers are gone. Oh, that's not good. Oh! You missed! Charlotte, this is not helping. This is not helping. Scranton, free to fire. Yeah, Charlotte's going down now. I got way too close. Because I thought I could just deliver those torpedoes and be done with it. But not like this. Charlotte is getting ripped to pieces. Scranton has sent torpedoes against the heavy cruiser. Charlotte's going down. Come on, at least sink this guy. No, he's turning in. Ooh. 1 or 2? 2. Heavy damage on the Derbent. The Scranton is now fighting for survival. And I really hope that I can get the starboard tubes to actually function. But it seems like this cruiser too is not doing very well. I seem to already have lost the torpedo section. I'm not sure about the other two. And my rudder's gone. Yeah, I'm not going to win this fight. I might flood the Derbent. If I get lucky. If they don't fight that flooding in time. No, they have it. They have it under control. Scranton sticking to HE, firing torpedoes, but the Derbent is still in a turn. Those torpedoes came out a little too soon. I should have kept a closer eye on it, but I will kill him! Yes! Scranton, way to go! Now you only have to kill a full health heavy cruiser. Aside from that, you're home free. And you got no torpedoes to do it with. Chance to pen 54. I'll stick to HE for now. Defenses. Standard bulkheads. 6.4 inches of armor max plus 108. And Scranton's flooding. I think I'm going to lose this. But what a fight. Main gun. He's still flooding. But there goes the Scranton. Oh, they fought so well, these ships. They fought so well. Okay. Yes, I will retry. Just not this video. This design, I think, is not too bad, but I'm not sure why it took this much damage from the enemy. I understand that torpedo tubes are not particularly heavily armored, nor are my secondaries and main guns. But if they start shooting at those with 11-inch guns, that's a whole different issue. This is what they were using, or any variant of it. At 12,000 meters, which is more or less what we were fighting at, they can penetrate 22 inches of belt armor, rounded up. The turrets were armed with 20 inches of armor, which is not enough. And everything else, the belt, not enough. Yeah, just not enough. Alright, well, I have to revisit this mission at some other time. For now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that fight. I thought it went quite a bit better than the previous fights that I did. I'm still trying to make these videos better by optimizing what I focus on. So my focus in this video was more on strategic element. What is going on? What are my ships doing? How do I need to turn them? If you have any suggestions on how to improve, let me know down below in the comments. And otherwise, I will see you in another video.